What's going on, Zorts page? My name's Cody Smith. I'm the head of social media and VP of marketing over here at Zorts Sports. And today we're gonna be doing something interesting. We're gonna be addressing some of the frequently asked questions we've been getting from coaches, teams, and players regarding the Zorts Rankings, Zorts Power Index, and Zorts Points. So stay tuned. And the first question we wanna address is, what is Zorts Points? The most frequently asked question is, my team scored 300 points in the event this weekend or the weekend before. Why don't we have 300 Zorts points? The easy answer to your question is Zorts points have nothing to do with the amount of points you score at an event. It does help, right? Because if you're scoring 300 points in an event, we're only gonna assume you're winning. But the amount of points you score in an event has nothing to do with the actual Zorts points. So you may ask, then how do you get Zorts points? Zorts points is all based off an algorithm. So the data we feed it, the algorithm's able to calculate points into what you see is the Zorts Points ranking. So the data it goes off of, the tournament size. So the size of your division. So if there's 5 teams in your division or there's 50 teams in your division, that has a lot to do with the weight on the Zorts Points. And then also where you place. How far do you get to the playoffs? How was pool play? Did you make it to the semis? Did you win it? Did you get second place? So obviously performance has a lot to do with Zorts Points. So those are the two main factors of how to get Zorts points is the tournament size, specifically your division size, and how well you're doing it. So hopefully that answers the questions of how Zorts points are calculated. Like I said, everything is based off an algorithm with the data we feed it. And number 2, one of the most frequently asked questions over these last couple weeks is, we beat the number 3 ranked team in the 10U division. Why are we not the number 3rd ranked team now? I guess the easiest way to explain it is, let's say, for example, let's put it in NFL terms. The New York Jets, nothing against the Jets, the New York Jets beat the Super Bowl champ Seahawks. Does that mean the Jets are a better team than the Seahawks? Hypothetically, no. So with Zorts points, like I said, what we explained before is how the data is ran, how you perform at tournaments, how many events you go to. I forgot to mention, obviously, if you go to 10 events, right, that has a lot to do, with your performance, right? The more events you go to, the more points you're able to obtain. But going back to the question of, well, we beat the number 3 ranked team. Why aren't we ranked number 3 now? It has a lot to do with the points and how it works, where yes, you beating the number 3 ranked team and the number 7 ranked team and the number 10 and the number 20, of course, is going to help you move up in the rankings. It's going to give you more Zorts points, etc. But it doesn't mean you guys just flip-flop spots. That's not how the college football playoffs work. That's not how the NFL works. So our system is built just like that. Granted, props, please continue to beat the top 10 teams. It's only going to make you guys move up higher. But to simply answer the question, just because you beat the number 3 ranked team does not mean you're just the number 3 ranked team in the country now. Biggest misconception is people are like, well, we beat this team, we should be higher. But realistically, they don't know. And this is not an excuse for any team. I'm not taking the side of the team, this team or this team. I'm not taking any sides. But you don't know the data behind of why that team has this amount of Zorts points, right? Versus, yes, you did beat them, but maybe they went to 10 events this year and you've went to 2. You did beat them, but you're not going to get over there. You're not going to just instantly rank with them when they've been doing stuff behind the scenes that you haven't known. That doesn't mean you're not a better team than them or they're not a better team than you. But regarding to Zorts points, that's how it works. And number 3, another frequently asked question is, hey Zorts, my team went to 10 events this year, but on Zorts website and on the Zorts rankings, it only shows that I've been to 7 or I've been to 6 events. Where are the other missing 3 or 4 events? So the biggest thing we've noticed this season has been roster consistency. We implemented this into the Zorts points algorithm that if your roster is under 50%, it is considered a new team. So if you're going to an event and you're having 6, 7, 8, 5, 10 new players every event, or you're just constantly every event, it's a different roster. Our algorithm goes, okay, I see a different roster, even though it's, I'm just gonna use a team name, for example, Zorts Platinum, it's a different roster, so we're gonna give the points to Zorts Platinum Team 2. Because the algorithm goes, hey, there's 7 new players on this roster, that's not the same team, according to what we came up with. So that's the problem we're having is you have these top teams, and I think it's a very valid question. You guys are like, dude, we just won at a massive event. Why didn't we go up in points? But then we go to our engineers and they go, oh yeah, well they had, 7 new kids on their team. Like it was a completely different roster than last week. So the algorithm goes, okay, well we're gonna award the points to Zorts Platinum Team 2. We're not gonna give it to the team that's in the rankings right now because it was a completely different roster. So once again, some people are gonna disagree. I feel like we've been very nice with the roster consistency. It has to be at 50%. We understand kids get sick, can't travel. We understand that. But you also, if you're going to an event with a completely new team every event, the algorithm's gonna pick up on that. And unfortunately, your team, your top team that you want to get the Zorts points, it's gonna be given out to your second team or your third team. So hopefully that answers your question. Hey, we're missing events, what's going on? A lot of it has to do with roster consistency and your roster changing every event. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. Hopefully I answered a lot of you guys' frequently asked questions. We're actually gonna be doing this once a week moving forward with the rest of the 7 seasons and flag season. We're gonna have myself or our head of football operations, Matt Ream, will jump on camera just to answer some questions we've been getting via email and social media. So hopefully you guys, like I said, got some of your questions answered. If not, please continue to ask questions and we'll answer them in next week's video. Appreciate you guys.